So my first question to you is, what do you think sets this film apart from others premiering at South by?
Well, I can't speak to what other movies are premiering yet because I haven't really dug into the schedule yet. But I think that this movie is like just it's like a fun. It's a little dark. It's a sad comedy, but it's like we're just trying to have fun. So, there's not like a huge message other than maybe people should take a look inside themselves, and if you're having difficulties in your marriage, maybe you should check that out too. Um, um, but it's just a fun journey.
And so my next question is, this film is about a couple's getaway trip. And so did it feel like a vacation on set? What was the atmosphere like?
Very fun. We were shooting on a very cool, sorry, am I moving? Very cool vineyard in Healdsburg. I can't even describe how much fun we were having. It was like every time we wrapped, we just kind of like had a little party, and the party went on for like 3 weeks while we were filming. It was so much fun. I don't even remember your question. I started talking about how much fun we were having.
It was about the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere was so fun. So fun, and so much wine. And just the best. And and also like the costumes. We had so much fun with the costumes too. Like the wardrobe was insane. I still can't believe the wardrobe that we got to wear. Yeah, just beginning to end, fun journey. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
And what is the craziest thing that happened on set?
Good question. I I feel like someone's probably gonna have a better answer for this. Oh God, there's got to be something crazy. Nothing is like coming to mind, but we we shot this murder mystery scene for 2 nights in a row, 2 days and nights, 2 full days of shooting this murder mystery scene, and I mean there's a dildo scene. It got weird at times, but like I don't know. I honestly don't know the craziest thing that happened on set. It was all kind of crazy. It was weird. Yeah, we had a weird, fun party.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Party in Sonoma.
And my last question is, what advice do you have to students who want to get into the film world?
Well, I think, something that I found later on in life was to like really work on finding joy outside of the work. Because if you're not fulfilled in your life, then you're never going to be fulfilled in general. So like the more you can find that sparks joy for you throughout life, like I think that it's going to make the ride so much smoother. I mean, obviously you got to do the work, you got to network and like put yourself out there, but you just got to find fulfillment and like find the stuff that actually brings you joy. And if that's work, like it is for a lot of us, then you're one of the luckiest people in the world.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm excited to see the movie.
Thank you.
What was your role in the film, and why did you enjoy being on set?
So I play Carrie, and she is the girlfriend of a male named Carrie, both named Carrie, and he has kind of these rotating girlfriends, and I'm just one of them that comes along for the weekend, and she is not part of the group. She's on her own, and she's super fun, and I was drawn to her because she is just she's her own person, and she's so naive, and she just does her own thing and doesn't care what anyone thinks, and it was so fun to play.
That sounds like fun. What was the most fun thing that happened on set?
God, every day was so fun because Kestrin, the director, would just let us improvise. And so we would do a couple takes as written, and then she would just like, do whatever you want. And so things were coming out of people's mouths that we were not expecting, and it was hilarious and super fun.
That's awesome. And why should audiences come and see this film?
Because it's just a fun time, and it's a weekend getaway. It's a little escape, and it's just a fun time, and I want people to laugh.
That's good. And what advice do you have for students wanting to get into the film industry?
Into filmmaking? Write your own things with your friends, and cast your friends, and do it together. And like, we didn't expect to get here, and we did. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing the film. We're students over at UT Austin.
Hi.
And so my first question to you is, what was your favorite part about filming this movie?
My favorite part about filming Pretty Problems was going to this billionaire compound in Sonoma and living with these amazing, talented people for 3 weeks. We had some good karaoke nights. We had one night off a week, and so we threw an amazing karaoke party one of those nights, and that was pretty fun. I found out that my camera operator could really slay Bob Seger, and that was a revelation.
And can you talk about your role in the film and why you chose to get involved with it?
Yeah, so I directed Pretty Problems, and I chose to direct the project because the script was insanely hilarious and very smart.
That's awesome. And you had another film premiere at South by, Mother's Little Helpers. So what do you think sets this film apart from that one?
You know, there are a lot of really important films coming out this year, and Mother's Little Helpers was kind of dealing with grief. And I'm really proud to say that this one is not important. It's a comedy. This is a movie to really enjoy and laugh and let loose. If you like stuff like White Lotus or Schitt's Creek, then you're going to fall out of your chair for this one. So we're really excited.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see it as well. And what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
Learn how to edit. Go and get your student discount and download Adobe Premiere Creative Cloud like right now and just start editing. It's really easy to shoot. Anyone can shoot with the phone, but not everyone can edit, and so that's the most important skill.
And I've heard a few people talk about how fun it was to film on set. What do you think is the funniest story that happened while filming this movie?
Well, I remember the most stressful one was when one of our cameras broke while we were cross-shooting a dialogue scene, and we had to figure out a very quick plan to get another camera on set. A story that was funny for me was my husband called me and was like, "Your cat's dying." And I was like, I don't think the cat's dying. And he's like, "The cat's definitely dying, I'm sorry." And I was like, "I think the cat just hates you." So my friend flew the cat up to the set, and then as soon as we got there, the cat was this happy, beautiful, like, ball of love. She just missed us. And fortunately, our whole camera team is a bunch of insane cat idiots. So she was like our like love orb that purred and protected us the whole time. And I was lucky enough to have a place where I could bring a cat to a movie. And that's a little unusual.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like so much fun. I'm very excited to see the film, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
My first question to you is, what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
I wrote it. I know. So I got involved with it because I was like, I want to make a movie. And I feel like I want to make a comedy because I don't like where studio comedy's going. I don't like where R-rated comedy is going in general. And I saw an opportunity to take a shot on something, and then I was an egomaniac and decided to star in it. I cast all my best friends in it. We couldn't be prouder of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so where did you draw inspiration from to write this movie?
From a couple different places. I mean, I think this movie is about potential, and I think it's about the way we fall in love with someone's potential versus falling in love with someone. The idea of like the potential I see in you, the potential you see in me, versus me seeing you for who you are, you seeing me for who I am. I don't know. I just love that idea. I just think it's about relationships, and it's about saying yes to someone versus why to someone.
And were you on set for filming?
I starred in the movie. I mean, I was there every day. I produced this. I starred in it. I wrote it. Yeah, no, I was there every day. Just not getting a lot of sleep. Probably had way too much caffeine. I had less gray hair before we started shooting. But yeah.
So what was the atmosphere like on set?
It was amazing. It was summer camp. I mean, and that was our plan when we initially came up with the idea was, what would it be like, it's peak COVID. We all get vaccinated. We know we have this compound for 3 weeks. It's like, let's just go to summer camp. Let's see what we get out of this thing. And we came out with something that we're really, really proud of. It's really funny. It punches you a little bit in the stomach, but we feel really good about what we made.
Awesome. And we heard that you guys had a lot of karaoke nights. So I have to ask, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. Every time. That's bad. Yeah.
That's awesome. And do you have any advice for students who want to get into the film industry?
Yeah. Just start making shit. Sorry, can I curse? Just start making shit. Like, you're going to throw so many obstacles in front of yourself, and people are going to throw so many obstacles in front of you. And the only thing you can do is just say no and keep blowing through them.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
So I play Matt Flax, who is he's the owner of the vineyard where all the people end up for the weekend. And I chose to get involved because Michael has been one of my best friends for a little while now, and he came to me with this idea, and I actually remember him in my living room reading the first 10 pages out loud with him and just being like, this is really cool, man. I like this. I think we should play with this. And over time, the character of Matt kind of morphed into what we got to do with it on set, and I feel so very lucky to have been a part of it, and to get to be here today with you guys is so exciting.
Very exciting. And so what was the atmosphere like on set? We've heard from everyone that it was so much fun to film.
It was so much fun, and I guess the major difference is that everybody on set had knew each other well enough, and so that led us to have a really wonderful kind of shorthand with one another, and we knew how everybody worked, so there wasn't that feeling out process. So kind of right from day one, we were able to really jump in and try things and take risks and whatnot. So the atmosphere was always, while any movie set is going to be stressful, right? But it was still there was so much creativity and so much fun happening on a daily basis. That's
awesome. And what is the craziest thing that happened on set?
Oh my gosh, the craziest thing was, it was probably Michael's 40th birthday that ended up with him being thrown into the pool while Uptown Girl by Billy Joel played. I would say it was the craziest thing that happened, yeah. But it was a blast.
Yeah. And so we heard from several people that you guys did do a lot of karaoke on set. So what is your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to is Walkin' in Memphis by Mark Cohn, but I have been known to do Rebel Yell by Billy Idol on occasion when the mood strikes me. So yeah, there was a lot of karaoke though, so yeah.
Sounds like so much fun. And what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
I would say, first and foremost, just remember that your education in acting for TV and film is ongoing, and it's something I wish somebody had said to me when I finished grad school. Is like, being in class should be like going to the gym, and it's how you stay active, it's how you stay in the community, and it's how you keep yourself fresh and how you keep growing as an actor and as an artist. And I think that is the most important thing, is to continuously ask more of yourself and continuously be demanding of yourself.
That's awesome. I look forward to seeing the film, and thank you so much for speaking with us.
So much. This was a blast. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. My first question to you is, what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
Well, I was on the writing team and produced it and starred in it. So My best friend Michael, Tennant, and I did a couple of shorts together, and then he came to me with this idea for the feature, and he had about 10 pages written, and then he said, do you want to do this thing? And I was like, yeah, I want to do this thing. I was so in love with the idea, and so I jumped on board, and we kept collaborating and got this baby a really strong, rough draft before we started showing it to people, and then once we had something really good, we started pitching to directors.
That's awesome. This film seems so fun, so crazy. What is the funniest thing that happened on set while filming?
Maybe the funniest thing, this might not sound funny, but our camera broke down in the middle of our first week of shooting, and we had to have someone fly it up. But at the same time, our director's cat started completely falling apart. And so we had a plane coming to us with a cat, we had a plane coming to us with a camera, and we were all just scrambling to get B-roll with our cross shooting while we were doing it. And in retrospect, it's hilarious because it all worked out. It was synchronistic, but it's like, here we are, we put off shooting for a year because of COVID. Then fire swept through our location. We were afraid the house was going to burn down. Then we finally got there, and then in our first week, we had all these other emergencies, but it just kept flowing. We were so lucky. It was just like the wine, just kept pouring down on us, and eventually it all worked out.
That's awesome. It sounds like so much fun. What was it like having the cat on set while filming?
A dream. It was such an anchor for everyone. There were so many cat people on set, and we would just go to this one bathroom and just like pet the cat at the end of the day and just take a deep breath. It was absolutely fabulous. I don't know why we didn't think of it before. You should always have a set cat. That's my advice to any filmmaker out there.
Exactly. Would you say it's like a spirit animal almost?
I would say it was definitely a mascot. It became a mascot for the movie, for sure. Kika the cat is like the secret mascot of Pretty Problems. You think it's the pink high heels on our cover, but now you guys know the secret. It's really Kiko.
Yes. Should be here right now. I don't know why he's not.
Well, because he's back at the Airbnb. Kestrin showed up to the airport with Kika in tow, and we were like, oh, right, of course Kika's coming to South by Southwest. This is Kika's first time, but I think Kika is sending us vibes all the way from the hotel.
Well, it would have been nice to watch him walk down the carpet.
So true.
And what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
I think you have to be really passionate and you have to be really fearless. If you have that idea, don't let it get away. Don't sit on it for a couple of weeks. Don't pitch it to a bunch of people and then not actually write it and let it lose its potency. If you feel it come up, get it down on paper and relentlessly pursue it no matter how scared you are. Because if you work from that place, the right people will show up.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to see this film.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. So what was the atmosphere like filming this movie?
Absolute fun, and I wish I could go back because it was just an incredible cast and crew of super creative and innovative humans who just wanted to tell this story, and we did it really well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also heard that there was a cat on set. What was it like filming with a cat there?
It was an absolute honor. I am a little allergic to cats, but that was the one cat that I was like, I'll pet it. You can get in the bed with me. I mean, to be honest, the cat is probably one of the most important members of this entire organization, and all of us, yeah, we love her.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wish he could be here to walk down the carpet.
Amazing little pink booties for the cat.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Now it's like, oh, missed opportunity. Yes.
And what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
Don't stop. Do not stop. Belief is your superpower. And if you believe in your project, just keep on going. Sometimes people don't know and the timing is not right. But if you believe and you have something to say, the world needs to say it. We need all the storytellers out there. So please share your stories.
Awesome. And why do you think audiences should see this film?
You know, this film is really incredible. It seems like it's just about like some rich people and a marriage that's possibly on the rocks, but I think that there's such a deeper meaning. And when you hear the word pretty problems, everyone has problems. We all have insecurities, but for some reason in this society, we try to act like we don't and we make them pretty. And so I think that this is really about being comfortable in who you are, being authentic, and realizing like it's okay to not be the most perfect version of myself. I just need to be authentic and do me.
It's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm very excited to see the film.
Oh, you're going to love it. Let me know.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
How does it feel to be at South by and be at the premiere of Pretty Problems?
It's very surreal because it feels like the energy in the city is extra special because we're coming back from COVID. We're like stepping out of the dark of COVID, and also just being around a bunch of like creative human beings is very, very energetic. So it's like almost overwhelming in a good way.
That's awesome. And what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
Well, I love Michael and I love Britt to the ends of the earth. I've known them for a long time, and they are incredible artists. And when they asked me to do it, I was like, oh, absolutely. I didn't even ask what the part was. I was just like, yes, I'll go. I'll do whatever you need me to do. And I play this crazy wine, nerd that they're going to, and I'm a jerk. Like, I'm an absolute jerk. So I was like, then I found out that was the part I was playing. I was like, oh, yeah, this is the way to go. This is the way to go.
Why do you think audiences should see this film?
Joy. The laughs, and also goes like deep into kind of like relationships. And so it's a good escape. It's just like a lot of fun. And I really think people will have a good time just being with these crazy characters.
Yeah, and we heard that you guys did a lot of karaoke on set. Yes. So what is your go-to karaoke song?
Any Whitney Houston song. This is not a joke. She is my idol. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So any Whitney Houston song. All the Man That I Need is my favorite one.
That is awesome. And what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
Create relationships. Create. Don't stop. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good, because you just have to try, and you have to keep trying, and you have to keep trying.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, and I'm excited to see the film.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
We are students over at UT Austin, and so my first question to you is, what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
My goal for the film is just to bring it as much as all the other actors were bringing it, because it's the best, funnest cast I've ever worked with. I never wanted it to wrap. Just the whole crew. I would work with this entire crew and cast on every project for the rest of my life if I had the chance. So.
That's awesome. And why do you think audiences should see this film?
Because it's hilarious, and people need that right now. It's light, fun. It's like a full-on romp, and I think people are just gonna gobble it up. Yeah.
We heard about how much fun it was to film on set. So what was the atmosphere like for you, and what is the craziest thing that happened while filming this movie?
Oh gosh. Well, the atmosphere was just pure bliss, because we were all staying on the winery. It was like a summer camp compound. Just like all best friends hanging out, and I don't know if anything like wild and crazy happened, but we did, at the end of the night, just like we'd wrap and then fire up the jacuzzi and soak it out and like reset for the next day and get up and just rock it again.
That sounds like so much fun.
It was.
And my last question is, what advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
Go to school, just commit 100%. If you have any doubt, don't do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to see the film.
I'm excited for you to see it. Thank you.
Thank you. So my first question to you is, what was your role in the film, and why did you choose to get involved with it?
Oh, so I play Becca, who's works at the estate that the main characters are at, and so she's actually a Rhodes Scholar playwright, and but has kind of started this job because the money's too good, so she kind of plans the parties, and so her function, she kind of just watches the craziness happen and kind of takes that audience point of view of like, what is going on here,
Awesome. What advice do you have for students who want to get into the film industry?
I would just say, focus on, really finding your voice and your style. And it's really easy for people to give you a lot of advice that's like, you have to do this, you have to do that. But if you like really follow what you like and what you want to do, then that I find that like really gives you like the path, and then you're going to still like it instead of feeling like you're just like part of this machine,
That's awesome. Thank you so much.